name's Alfred Deedham. I'm a stonemason by trade, and now a quarryman, I guess. Well, back in April, I was eating breakfast one morning, flipping through Instagram, and some girl posted a selfie of herself up in a quarry. And I knew that there are a number of different quarries up here, and I made some comment about one being available for sale a number of years ago, and how an enterprising individual might be able to turn that stone into money. I have these two big promontories right here. This is the small one. The big one, that's massive. The end of it's probably 50 feet above the forest floor at the very end, and again, these promontories are the grout piles. This is where they were dumping. Quarries where you harvest stone from. In this case, I'm trying to get building stone, granite, out of the mountain. So this quarry was operated by the Rosa brothers, and it was opened up in 1905 or 1906, and they operated it for probably about 25 years. They cut material out of the mountain. They would shape these big granite boulders into dimensional blocks, and then all the cast off material, the unusable material, for their purposes, they would basically dump over the bank. And over the course of 25 years, they were able to make some pretty significant piles. These piles are called grout piles. My intentions are to sort through these grout piles and find material that can be sold in a number of different ways, picked up and sold as is, some pieces for wall stone, both small and large format wall. So I was trying to pull together an order, a little bit of wall stone, an example of wall stone for a guy, another mason in the area. And I started splitting up some stones. This is just a little panel I built for fun one day. Basically, I guess you could call that a gauged wall stone. 12-inch tall pieces that, I was able to produce here on the quarry, and then I stacked them in no time at all, like less than an hour. It'll install really quickly, and I think it'll produce a really phenomenal product. Certain pieces that I can split up into veneer stone, cornerstones, steps, posts, things of that nature. There is an inventory of block that they cut but never sold, back in the 20s and 30s on this hill. And then eventually I'd like to start cutting fresh material out of the mountain. It's a pretty rough road getting up here and getting down, and it's steep too. I made the road a little bit wider so I can get my dump trailer up here. And I've been working on this landing, try to make the landing bigger so I have a bigger gooseneck trailer up. Unfortunately, it's pretty remote, so big trucks won't really be able to access this quarry. I'm going to be selling to other masons. I'll probably work with a few distributors. Dry stone wallers, I think, could use my material to cut it for specific pieces, cornerstones or coins. Out of these grout piles, I intend on getting my wall stone, both small format, which would be stones that an individual can pick up, and large format, which would be more like machine set pieces. Quarry does have big corporate, large scale connotations, and it always struck me as something that was prohibitively expensive, not attainable for, well, certainly not attainable for me, being an individual owner operator. So I want to operate this quarry in a really low impact kind of way. I've cut some trees, and I'll continue to cut some trees, but I want to do that very judiciously so that I preserve the aesthetic of this hilltop. The entire property, it's 66 acres. It's in current use, which means that I need to have a forest management plan and for a reduced tax rate. So I'll cut firewood off of the property to heat my home, and I'll do it in a manner that supports good timber growth. Depending on how the quarrying business goes, I'll ride this horse for as long as I want to, I guess. And when I'm done, hopefully I'll be able to sell the property in an improved state. Maybe I could build a little cabin up here or something, make it a little bit more appealing to a potential purchaser. There'll be some challenges for sure. I don't think I'll ever have a huge inventory. Most of my sales will be kind of to order. I'll need some notice, and I'll have to take some time to put together put together different orders. Over here is a pond, Quarry Pond. You know, they were cutting down, you know, digging down into the hill for a while. I don't think it's particularly deep, this pond. It's looks like it might be 4 or 5 feet deep. I haven't gone in there, and I don't really intend on doing that. You can really see the depression that they cut into this hill. You can really see those contours. So they went down a little bit, but it seems like they primarily went sideways into the mountain when they were cutting stone up here. Actually, where we're standing right now, I believe, is where they had the base of the Derrick. You know, there are all these big granite slabs arranged here with anchors. I believe this would have been the base of the Derrick. It's a fixed crane that's supported by cables. This base, it would have been kind of the center of activities. Boy, if you're looking to get your own quarry, I don't know, first thing you got to do is find it. Got tremendously lucky with this property. I was able to buy the land that happened to have a quarry on it. You know, in Vermont anyway, their like land use considerations probably make opening up a fresh quarry tricky from a regulatory standpoint. Quarry land tends to be on top of mountains. You know, all the quarries that I go to, it's always a steep, scary hill to come down. Really, you can go up them, but then you're loaded and you're coming down off a steep hill. So, you know, in my experience, most quarries tend to be on the side of mountains where, you know, agriculture really can't take place. It's too steep, soil's thin, you know, the stone needs to be accessible. Yeah, I'm very glad I bought a quarry. You know, I'm still getting a feel for the property here, and still kind of envisioning how my operation is going to go. You know, I found that it's been quite lucrative for my masonry business. You know, the vertical integration has been a tremendous opportunity that I really underestimated when I bought this quarry. This granite is nice. This is a pretty high-end material. It splits really well, works really well, and it allows me inexhaustible supply, you know, inexhaustible opportunities to pursue different little passion projects. This quarry has really reinvigorated a passion for this trade for me. Now I can bring my excavator up here and start, you know, just start working on different things. If you want to work with me, just gotta get in touch, reach out. Instagram, send me an email, call me on the phone, I guess, if you like that. You know, because I've been in the trade for a long time, you know, I've been working as a stonemason for like 18 years now. I have a really good perspective on what you're trying to do. So if you call me up, send me an email, tell me what you're trying to accomplish, then I can put together an order that'll, you know, be really well suited for exactly what you're doing. Or maybe I have an idea that could help you out a little further.